Greetings, it's Vaygrim, back with another episode of Vaygrim's Chance. Now, today is a Friday. It also happens to be Halloween. You will find the world download, as usual, in the episode description. It will be labeled with what version of the client I'm using, so you can match it up accordingly. Yes, so everything you see in this episode will be found in the world download, which is very cool. And of course, with every world download, I put all of my stuff in the gearbox. It'll be repaired, it'll be charged, and it'll be ready for you to exploit. Now, today, I know I've been focusing a lot on equivalent exchange, and I do promise we're going to circle back around to some other mods next week. However, there is one thing that I need to get before some other changes can happen, and that is flight. Now, I really do need some flight capabilities so I can easily finish building that tower. I want to do the bottom of the islands and correct some problems, and we can get some bigger builds going along the way. And in one of the routes, I decided that I'm going to go is equivalent exchange. Now, that means that we're going to have to go back to school on Project E, so to speak. There we go. We've updated versions of NEI. It's behaving a lot better, and I'm very happy about this. Chicken Bones is a busy man, so any time he can end up devoting to NEI is precious in my eyes. Okay. We've gone through some of the principles of Project E already, okay? The covalence dust. Low, it's real simple. Medium, also simple. And high, and you get a lot of that stuff. Now, there's also several kinds of fuel. I use air quotes. It's actually fuel. It has a burn time. I don't know why I'm air quoting, but still. Yes. So, okay, one thing that I want to do, let's go downstairs. How much coal do I have? I have 8 stacks there. I don't know why I have this stuff in 2 places. 8 stack. I'm just going to grab a stack here. So, there's a couple of ways you can go about getting fuel. In Project, is it getting dark already? Really? Okay. I see how it's going to go. It's going to be one of those episodes. There we go. Okay. Let's put that back. So, there's a couple of ways you can go about getting fuel. For one, if we go over to our crafting grid, hit C on the Philosopher's Stone, C for Charlie. Now, here's the weird thing. You can move it and put it in itself. If you do this, you will get alchemical coal. Alchemical coal, you can actually do the same pattern and get Mobius fuel. Mobius fuel, where is it? Shapeless crafting, do the same thing. You'll get Aeternalis fuel, and Aeternalis fuel is what you can use to make dark matter. And then, the step up, you use dark matter and Aeternalis fuel to make red matter. That's the upgrade from dark matter. Dark matter is what's used for all the fancy tools and the armor and everything like that. Red matter is upgrades to all of that. Now, there is another way that you can do this, and that's this. These things are energy collectors, okay? You will recognize one from over here. Mark 1 energy collector on top of my condenser. I have and dark matter. I'm just gonna put that over here. This is our next project. So what this is doing, the collector, energy collector, turns light into EMC. In its simplest and absolute form, that's what it does. Well, if you put stuff over here, what it will try to do, if it is a fuel, is it's trying to burn the EMC value to, quote-unquote, upgrade it. It's turning these blocks of coal, you'll see this meter right here filling up, it's turning these blocks of coal into the next step up. It's upgrading them by using EMC. That's what this meter is over here. This is the collector filling up with energy. And then as soon as this bar fills, it will expend that energy. One of these will circle around probably to become a Mobius fuel. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? There we go. You see that? Did you see that? That was about 900 EMC. One block of coal got upgraded to 1 Mobius fuel. So what you can actually do, this thing has been stockpiling energy. It goes from coal to gunpowder. Then gunpowder. It used up all of its back stock of energy. It goes to glowstone. The glowstone I'm going to have to take out, turn it into glowstone blocks, put it back in, and then it'll go to redstone blocks, blaze powder, blaze rods, etc., etc., etc. It's interesting. It really is. I like it. Excuse me just a sec. Okay. Had a cough. Sorry. So, now, of course, once you get all of this stuff, like I'm going to get one, I'm going to get an dark matter, come over here, you just set it in the table and learn it. Now, I could put this in here in the burn slot. That would gain me 139,000 and whatever EMC right here, and it would learn it also. Yes, but I don't want to burn it. I have a use for it. Now, what do you do with the Mobius fuel and the Aeternalis fuel and all that stuff? Actually, it is fuel. It's legit fuel. You can burn it in furnace generators. So if you look right here, burn time, 102,000. I wonder if we can search by burn time. Can we? Hey, we can. Okay, interesting. So, wood planks. Burn time of 300. What else has burn time? What has burn time on it? It's interesting. Coal's not in here. Okay, coal. Burn time 1,600, right? Block of coal 16,000. So, when you look at the fact that you can actually make something and upgrade it from coal... Oh, I forgot the E. Project E. You can upgrade it from coal. My eyes are searching. To Mobius fuel, okay? I mean, alchemical coal. Coal is 1,600. Alchemical coal is 6,400. And then 25,600 for Mobius fuel. Aeternalis fuel is 102,000. You can get a block of Aeternalis fuel, 921,000. You get amazing burn time numbers. So you can use this to fuel one of the generator. Furnace generator. 64 times furnace generator from extra utilities. Yes, you can do that. You can net yourself an absurd amount of power for one alchemical coal. And it'll burn for a pretty long time. And I'm considering doing that. I have one of these in storage somewhere. It's downstairs, I think. Anyway, I have one of these. And I could put... Actually, you know what? For giggles. For giggles. Where are you? Here you are. Okay. This will generate 5 million RF. It's just going to do it 5 RF per tick at a time. So, it's a survivalist generator as opposed to a furnace generator. Now, there is also... Heated redstone. Where's the high temperature? I thought there was a high temperature one. Yeah, high temperature furnace generator. That will probably work also, but still. I could get a 64X survivalist generator. One of those. And it would make even more power, but it's still going to only do it at 5 RF per tick. So this will generate 5 million. This will more than fill up one block. 5 million RF. This will more than... One piece of Aeternalis fuel will entirely fill up a capacitor bank block. A single block. It will. 5 million RF. It's just going to take a long time to do it because it's only doing it 5 RF per tick. So that's basically where it balances out. Now, this stuff is literally fuel. I need to actually make a chest in there for Project E, but I haven't yet. Because I'm lazy. So, Project E adds a whole bunch of different kinds of fuel, right? One thing that Project E also adds is a ring that I always have to... There we go. Swift Wolf's Rending Gale. An EMC value of 506,000. A flight ring, basically. And this is where all of this nonsense comes into play. We have to get that. Put a lava bucket in the middle. Thankfully, we get the bucket back. How nice of them. Then we're going to do 4 dark matter. And I have a ring. Hooray. Do I have a... No, I don't have a place for buckets. I'm actually going to make... Good enough. Okay. So now I have a ring. Can't fly. Still can't fly. Okay, why? If we put it on the bar. No, I'm still not flying. Well, it needs fuel. Now, here's where all this nonsense comes in. You notice? It went from 28 to 27 immediately. And I'm flying. It is using the glowstone as fuel because, in Project E's mind, glowstone is a fuel. So, when you put coal in, coal gets upgraded to gunpowder, gunpowder to glowstone, then you make glowstone blocks, then redstone, blaze powder, blaze rods. All of this stuff counts as fuel until it finally gets into Aeternalis fuel, or I mean Mobius, alchemical coal, Mobius fuel, and Aeternalis fuel. All of that stuff counts as fuel. So right now, as I'm flying, I'm actually using glowstone as a fuel source. This is not optimal. It is, however, early game functional. So there's something else that we actually want to make next, because I do not want to keep burning the glowstone that this thing's making. 9 Mobius fuel. See, that's a block of coal. A whole block of coal gets upgraded into 1 Mobius fuel. That's the middle one. Alchemical coal is the low end, Project E fuel. Mobius fuel is the middle one. And Aeternalis is the high end. So yeah. So now we want to actually make a thing called a Klein star. Specifically a Klein star Ein. I don't know why. I think when Xenophobe, the original creator of Equivalent Exchange 2, was making Equivalent Exchange 2, he was living in Germany. I think. Somebody has said that. I don't know if it's true or not. Coffee. Hang on a sec. Oh, God, that's good coffee. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if that's a thing or not, but it seems like it could be a thing. So yeah, I am, basically, you have to make a Klein star. Klein star means 1 diamond surrounded by Mobius fuel. That's the middle one. Now, when you get one of these made, of course, the first thing you should do... Hey, what's this? It's a pre-charged Klein star. How convenient. You get one of these, you put it in there, and you make sure this learns it. Now, here's where the entire Project E system really starts to come together. You see this EMC value of 40? What just happened? 50,000 EMC. I could literally pull out a diamond if I wanted to. If I go over here and get one of this, make sure that's learned. So now, if I wanted to, I can just pull out Aeternalis fuel from nothing. Where did that come from? Well, the Klein star, if you notice, it has an EMC value and it has a stored EMC value. I'm going to show you something real quick. Oh, good grief. The night, my eternal enemy. I swear, in 1.7.10 of Minecraft, days are way shorter. I swear. Okay, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this out. So this thing is storing up EMC, right? So is this. So you can actually solar charge your EMC with an energy collector. The higher the ranking of energy collector, the faster it will gather EMC. And we'll go across advanced setups later episodes. I'm not going to go into, power flowers is a phrase you'll hear tossed around quite a bit. That's something for a later episode. But right now, I'm showing you the basics. This is creating EMC from nowhere and filling up your Klein star. So it used to be what I did a lot of times in a base. I had one of these with a glowstone block above it, or enlightened clear glass. That counts. So this one block is lighting up both of these. I love that. Enlightened clear glass actually powers both of these at night. It's nice. So these things require a certain light level of 15 or higher. Or I think it's 13 or higher, something like that. They require a certain light level in order to work, which usually means daytime or glowstone. I would put one of these in the corner of my base and slowly upgrade it from a Mark 1 to a Mark 2 to a Mark 3, and I would always leave a spare Klein star in it. Because basically, this is creating free matter. Free EMC. Free currency for Project E. So, I think it was that way. Let's put all of this. So basically what you can actually do, so I'm going to burn all that. Right? This has emptied its EMC into the table. It has now emptied the table's EMC into it. See, stored EMC 50,000. So, you can put EMC into the table or take it from the table, which means that you can use this to burn something into EMC and charge up your client star. That could be anything from stacks of gravel and cobblestone all the way up to a single diamond or two, just to give yourself a quick boost. Now, this thing is basically a power battery. Now, you notice the ring lights up? I am flying. And it is using EMC to do so. Now, it nibbled one. You see it says stored. And here in a minute, it's actually going to go through that. Boop. And see, it just nibbled a little bit more. So it is consuming EMC in order for me to fly. This is the actual power battery. Now, once you make one of these, then you can make 3 more. And it has an EMC value. You could condense these things if you wanted to. This has an EMC value. You make 4 of those to make a Kleinstar's Vi. And put 4 of those together to make a Dry. 4 of those together to make a Veer. And these things, this holds like 3 million EMC. These hold, I think it's 800,000 EMC, something like that. So these are huge batteries for you to actually use for all of your projectee stuff. Now here's where things really get cool. You remember this? Boom. Don't have to have it on your hotbar anymore. Now, as long as I keep this in this slot, and I've got this in my inventory somewhere, I'll take it off the hotbar, and we can watch this countdown. Boom, it grabs another chunk of EMC. As long as I have this in my inventory somewhere, then I don't have to worry about... Nope. Yep. I don't have to worry about keeping it on my hotbar. I now have flight, but I have flight that requires a battery. And I think that's still actually very balanced. It is not quite as infinite as the wings from Extra Utilities. Those wings actually give you flight, unlimited flight. However, they do require a nether star to achieve that function. So I might move to that later, because then I don't have to worry about running out of EMC at any given point. However, I do have a lot of flight on me. Now, if I ever wanted to make sure that I did not want to fly, I could just take this off, or simply do this. Then, you see, this is out of EMC, no flight. It's really as simple as that. And while I'm not flying, it's not consuming EMC. It holds 64 at a time. Is basically, that's the amount it buffers in the ring. So you cannot just charge it up with a whole bunch of stuff and leave your Kleinstar at home. So the Kleinstar is going to be our friend. It is going to be something that you'll find here in the gearbox now, along with all of my other usual stuff. But this also means that now we actually have a form of prolonged flight that will let us do the rest of the trim and the rest of the building on this structure. So this might actually be what I work on Monday's episode. We'll have to see. Oh, the perk of having a flight ring means you don't take fall damage. It's nice. I like it. So suddenly, building just got a lot easier. And this is a good thing. This is a good thing. That does mean that in the grand scheme of things, we can think more creatively. We can think more outside the box in terms of how we build what structures. We are less limited by the forces of gravity. So, that's good for a person like me. I am very much a creative builder. I like doing extravagant big projects, and being in survival mode can be a hindrance sometimes, but it's okay. It's okay. So this is how this whole system, the ecosystem, works. Now here's the thing that's kind of weird, right? I swear I remember that you could put a Klein star in a condenser and it would only pull the EMC out of it and not eat the Klein star. In Project E, that's not the case. If I put the Klein star in here, it will eat the Klein star and all the EMC inside of it. And that's bad. So we don't want to do that. But it does work great with this. Now, once I actually get this ecosystem going, we've got some here. You see I've got one dark matter. It is creating more very slowly, and I could put some diamonds in there, but that is roughly about 16 diamonds. Yeah, for one dark matter. And if I want to make, let's say, a dark matter hammer, this thing's awesome for mining. It does a 5x5. I think it's 1 or 2 blocks deep. I think it's 1 block deep. 5x5 area of mining. You can make huge tunnels, quick mining. It's really fast. It's nice. But if you look, it's 3 diamonds and 2 dark matter. That's basically 35 diamonds worth of EMC. That's not cheap. And I still have to have a charged up Klein star for that actual hammer to fuel itself off of. So, yeah, the Klein star is going to be our friend. We're going to be upgrading them. Now, if I wanted to, I could actually do this. And then we get all of these. And then combine them into a Zwei. Stored EMC, 49,000. You notice? Now, if we go over here, we can pull all 39,000 out. Learned, by the way. Or we can just charge it up. Now, we could also... Let's do it this way. Let's go look at what excess gems that we've got. I've got a ton of lapis. One stack is 55,000. Perfect. Go over here. I'm going to put that right there. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Burn. 55,000 EMC. I now have 105,000 EMC of backup battery. This will hold 200,000. Basically, get the EMC value of the Klein star itself and a little more than double it. So if it's almost 100,000 EMC, it will hold almost 200,000. Or I think maybe even exactly 200,000. So now, that's good. We have a really good deep backup battery. If I wanted to, I could even look into, let me think, 55,000, 131,000. Wow. Okay, I actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because once I get out of early game, I don't use this stuff anymore. Because I don't use it for tools anymore. So we can use this. And you'll see, I got a whole stack, 131,000 EMC, basically. I got one piece of dark matter. That's it. But that does mean, yes. So, burn that. 199,999. Basically 200,000. I was right. And then we have 36. Oh, here's something that has been confusing a lot of people. If you notice, this is any eye sensitive now. This has actually been reported as a bug. It's not a bug. You have to be careful what you have on the search bar down here. So if I want to pull glass out of this, I would have to search for glass. Now here's the thing. I haven't taught this thing any glass. So as it stands right now, yes. Actually, it's the same thing. Like, I could... Whoops. I don't want to punch it. Does it know this? Oh, that doesn't have an EMC value. Okay. Learned. So, it's looking at what is on the page. So, if I wanted to, I could do... Not Ender.io, I think. I just forget if there's a space there. There's a space there. Hooray. Okay. It should. That's got an EMC value of 192. So worst case scenario, if you can't bring it up here, what you can actually do is put that there as a focus item. And I can just pull more of this stuff out. It's great. It's awesome. I like it. So I could actually do that with this and pull out 35,000 quite clear glass. I'm not going to do that, but I could. All sorts of fun things you can actually do with that. So as you slowly... I swear it's night again. Oh my gosh. As you slowly teach your system new things, then your transmutation table, then you'll be able to basically just use this Klein star almost like a bank. And so here's the thing most people don't realize. Once you get something learned by your transmutation table, you don't have to keep a copy of it anymore, especially since now you can do this, I think. Somewhere. Where is it? Is it to the smaller ones? I was told that you can actually drag ghost copies of stuff over. I'm just not sure where you put it. Anyway, you can search via NEI if you want to. You can actually do, glass. It'll remember glass. It'll remember some of the most recent stuff that you've actually made. Sand. See, I haven't taught it any of this other stuff yet. I haven't even run across red sand yet. But I could if I wanted to. If you look, even like sandstone pipes from Buildcraft have EMC values. All sorts of crazy stuff. So, yeah, we've given it that for an EMC value. It knows that. Is it? It knows sleeping bag, which means now if I wanted to, I could do that. You give it an item to focus on, it'll bring it up if you can't find it on NEI. It's actually very cool. Bows. Wood. Some of the wood that I've touched. Some of the more recent stuff. Let's pull out some diamonds. Why not? And you see this is changing based upon what we can afford, based upon what EMC is still there. But let's pull out some redstone. And we got a little bit left over. No big deal. Put all that up, and we're done. But I actually needed those diamonds. So the last thing I'm going to do is make one of those. For giggles. Learned. Okay, here's the thing, right? This and everything that I have learned is player specific, which means it's only me. When you guys download this world, you're not going to know any of this stuff when you actually load up the transmutation tablet, because it's learned per player. Unfortunately, there is nothing I can do about that. Now, what I could do, there is actually alchemical... Oh, gosh. Tome? Yep, there's a thing called an alchemical tome. NEI, it requires 2 of the top-end Klein stars. These hold 52 million EMC each. A book and then a little bit of covalence dust, and you basically burn this in your transmutation table. It unlocks the EMC value for everything in your client. Everything. So you could do that. Just cheat one in, burn it, and then you'll know all the transmutation values. But you'll also get 50 million EMC in the process. So I'm not sure how you feel about that. Let's go downstairs real quick and wreak a little bit of havoc on the landscape. Oop, I got a ender pearl plant, whatever. Fast drop. I love the spiral stairs for that. Okay. Which way am I going to create this mess? Let's go that way. Wow, this is going to get ugly real quick. I'm going to go over a couple... Oh, emerald. Okay. A couple of tunnels. And let's actually... Okay, first of all, this does 1 block, right? Hit... Is it V? This is why I had to bring that backpack. Hit V for Victor, and it goes up 1. That's 3 by 3. If I hit V again, That is 5 by 5 of fast mining. How's that, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Dark Matter Hammer. It is one of my most favoritest and bestest of friends. I love this thing. So now, look at that. That's just from a few seconds of mining. Less than a minute. Now, the only downside, this can't be enchanted, and you cannot put fortune on it. So, this will never give you the same yield of diamonds that this does. See, I've got Fortune 3 on this, and this is really nice. I like it. So remember that. Now, I can upgrade this to have, where is it, control? Yeah, 3x1 mining, possible upgrades. And if I upgrade it to 3x1, then I could do 3x3. But it's always 3x3. This is adjustable. Quick and easy. I like it. So this will become your best friend for mining very, very quickly. There is a shovel equivalent, but I don't have that made yet, of course. Okay, this is where I have to look at the map because otherwise I get lost. There we are, and ascend. Isn't that nice? Nice and quick. Okay, awesome. Hi. Ow. That's not very nice. So now we can finally do some aerial shots legit. Well, semi-legit. Yeah. I tell you what, I really am. I want to fill in a little bit of dirt right there because I think that hard corner just looks weird. I want to put a little bit of cross from the edge of the wall over and make it look a little bit more rounded. I think that'll be better. And like this, that's a bit too square for me. I need to make it a little bit more jaggedy. I really do love how this island came out. I'm real happy with it. It's very kind of, you know, crinkly and curvy. It's nice. It's going to be cool. So, we have had a really productive episode. I really do want to thank you guys for swinging by. We have flight capabilities. And here's the thing I always do. Shift V powers it down. This is also safer to use in your base than, well, anything in Blood Magic. So now what I do, take off all of my amazing stuff. Let's open up the gearbox. I'm going to put the Klein Star in there and everything. Put that up, that up, that up. All of that up. I don't know if I have a... Do I have a place for... No, I don't. Okay. Well, I'm for now... No. Yes, perfect. Whatever. Okay, so everything is in the gearbox. It's all there. It's all getting... It is already charged. It is getting repaired. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get those things out. It is getting repaired. Everything's in there. There is now the new flight ring, the Klein Star, all my other gadgets and utilities, including the new Dark Hammer. Make sure to make use of that. Play with these. Just experiment with them. Put some things in them and see what happens. Worst case scenario, nothing happens. So, yeah. That's toiling away and making me more dark matter. So, yeah, I'm thinking maybe on Monday, I want to see if I can finish that. And then I want to start building some stuff over here on Wednesday. We'll see. Things are always up for change. This is Vaygrim signing off. Thank you very much for joining me on another episode of Vaygrim's Chance. Make sure and grab the World download. The pack is now available that I use in this world is now available on the AT Launcher and the Technic Launcher. So your pick. And FTB is soon to come. I will catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.